Galoosh! Skipper Last Tripp here, coming to you almost live on the C.Q.D, your voice of the river. Now with an all-points bulletin, it seems like the local natives have been covering the trees in bacon to entice hungry travelers. So once approached, they can spring up and shoot poison darts. Now remember, it's just not a tasty treat. It is a ambush. Now, with a river tip. If you get sunburn working out on the river, for Dr. C.M. Burns, it is good to use butter on the inflamed area. I tell you, he really deserves a pat on the back. In local news, at Skipper Carl's bachelor parties last night, it was asked all of the married men to stand next to the most important person in their lives. Sadly, the bartender was crushed. Now, with new findings from the Animal Research Lab, per Dr. Lar Gibbon, it has been proven that humans eat more bananas than monkeys. I tend to agree with this report because I have never eaten a monkey. The 5th annual hide-and-seek contest between the skippers and their trainees has been canceled due to lack of participation. It just seems that good players are hard to find. Here at C.Q.D. Airwaves, we are proud to present and financially obligated to introduce our new sponsor, Merchant Mike's. Merchant Mike is having a sale today on parachutes. Never opened and only used once. Remember, Merchant Mike's is a great place to shop. However, it's just a little bizarre. News from the sporting world. Our very own Paul the Piranha Paella came in second in his first professional fight. Way to go, Paul. I'm sure you'd do just as well next time.
Raggy, but we're rough and ready. Yay, raw. Garters, all the things we never wear. And we don't have any use for red hot flannels. Very seldom in a hurry. Never ever worry. Real Collegiate we.
Attention all skippers. Attention all skippers. For the interior office, when docking your boat, please use empty spaces only. Thank you for your cooperation. Breaking news. One of our missing boat tours was found crossing the Caribbean. That is more than 6,500 miles away. Is it just me, or doesn't anything disappear in the Bermuda Triangle anymore?
Alpha, Theta, Delta, Gamma, Theta, land of Chi Omega, Phi, Yam. for all the lodges we belong to. Stigma, dogma, delta, handa, polka, tomato, and potato. College gentlemen, we.
Now with a message from the Interior Office. Today's mandatory swim training has been postponed. A new date will be announced soon. Yeah, right. Don't hold your breath.
Slickers, knickers, we can't do without. And we wouldn't care if there were no suspenders. Neckin', muggin', girls all like our huggin'. Last night on the back porch, well, college boys, rough.
With an Arctic update, 3 cliff walkers have disappeared on a daring expedition climbing the same glacier. It is hard to believe that they all have the same name. Attention all skippers and dock personnel, here with a very special announcement. The term naked running means to run without any passengers, cargoes, navigation, or supplies. Could someone please catch up to Skipper Bill and explain this to him? Thank you. News from Cairo, Egypt. Famed explorer and adventurer Charles Thatcher and his team have deciphered hieroglyphics thought to be more than 5,500 years old. The first full sentence says, "This is a repost." Per Mr. Thatcher, they have crossed someone else's story. To all collectors and archaeologists that deal with the Congo Antiquities Museum, they're beginning to disassemble the mummy exhibit. The museum will no longer accept any further artifacts from this period in time. I guess that's a wrap then. The new Congo expansion bridge has finally opened. For months, the locals watched this riveting experience. It was just one of the most expensive projects in Congolese history. It was all overhead. Unfortunately, the architect made massive mistakes along the way and was fired from the project. I guess it was something he couldn't get over. If you like this content and you want to hear more, please consider subscribing to Skipper Last Tripp on the C.Q.D. Your voice of the river. Conclude.